Yeah, museum. Yeah. Hey, you're like museums, restaurants, grocery stores, theme parks.
Yeah. Pretty much anywhere in public.
Libraries. Yeah.
Turns out meltdowns are never good anywhere.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, man. This is gonna be another somber pod. I feel like, but
No,
what are we gonna do,
not with the
dude?
boys.
I
It
know,
won't
not
be
with
somber.
the boys. It's somber at the beginning, but
And it's
all
just
right,
cut out. Make sure you cut out the part of the podcast where I said I was going to kill myself.
yeah. The Titans.
That's a
will make
good
you do
20
that.
minutes.
That's a good. Yeah, that's our whole episode, Eric. This is really just an episode to intervene on Eric's mental health.
All of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us.
Every loser Tennessean.
Exactly. Well, we're live, boys. And that's a great way to.
Oh, we're live?
To bring us into the pod. So, welcome back to this week's Sleepy Dads podcast. Everybody knows this spiel. If you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button. I don't want to waste anybody's time anymore. Be sure follow along wherever you guys intake our podcast, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Hit that subscribe button. Like I've always said, each subscribe hit helps the Sleepy Dads out. So please be sure to do so. With that being said, we're going to roll right into the fake ad read. Go ahead and take it away, Eric.
You got it. This episode is brought to you by Tylenol. Hey, it's that time of year. Your favorite football team stinks and has been beaten by a cast-off quarterback your team rejected just 3 weeks ago, and it sends your head spinning. Well, are you in luck? Tylenol is here to help you alleviate those headaches and more. It is recommended for temporary relief from minor aches and pains due to headaches. So pop 2 of those bad boys and get back on with your life. Use promo code Why Do I Even Like This Team 20. Save yourself 20% off your next purchase of Tylenol.
That's a good one.
Excellent. That might be your best ad read yet, Eric. That was
a good one.
That was very good.
We have to use
Because it's
humor.
so true.
Yes, we have to use humor to hide the pain.
Hold on, let me use that code real quick. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Hey, we're all like,
Yeah. Just straight for the bottle. Chugging Tylenol. Oh, man. So with that being said, we're going to roll right into it with this week's Boom Roasted segment of the week. Brandon, take it away for us.
All right. Now, games are over. There's still one game going on, but most of the games are over. So here's your Boom Roasted football update of the week. The Michigan Wolverines took down the Trojans with only 32 passing yards. Congrats on the win, but good luck repeating with that triple option offense. Boom Roasted.
the 1940s called.
The Tennessee Vols handled the Oklahoma Sooners in a homecoming for Josh Heupel. The Sooners won't have to worry about weighing in on who the real UT is in the SEC because they're going to get spanked by them both anyway. Boom Roasted. And this one hits a little close to home. The Titans lose bad to Malik Willis. Last week, I tried to spin zone this Titan season into a positive, but turns out this season is just spinning down the toilet. Roasted.
You spun so hard.
Dude, you spun so hard that you had me and Eric believing again. When we were checked out. And you,
I rallied the boys.
You rallied the boys. We did the whole the schedule going down each one, and I thought dub after dub after dub.
And we sideshowed Bob, stepped right back on that rake.
Yeah.
You had me so convinced, Brandon, that I was half expecting to walk out of that Disney on Ice today and be like, "Oh man, we're up 21-3."
Dude, how? I guess we're gonna get right into it. So, real quick before we do, programming note, just some scheduling things. This episode and next week's episode are probably gonna be a little bit shorter. Few of us are traveling. Recording's gonna get a little tough.
Vacation time.
Yep. So the recording schedule is going to be a little bit different. So this week's episode, next week's episode, are probably going to be a little bit shorter than expected. So for now, we're going to cover football for this week's episode.
Or let us know in the comments. Do you want longer episodes, shorter episodes, more fulfilling episodes? You let us know.
Yeah. Do we need more save Eric hotline episodes?
Honestly, I feel good. I feel good about the Titans. They're over in the corner. They're in the corner of shame. So it's like, I'm not letting you affect my life anymore.
What step of grief is that, Eric?
Acceptance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's acceptance.
Yeah.
Good for you.
This is my fate. The tsunami is hit. The tsunami's already here. There's nowhere to run.
Dude, it's so bad. And to lose to Malik Willis, man, we made him look like a Hall of Famer. like
that
we
first
made him look
drive. we just let him drive down 2 30-yard passes, ran it in for a touchdown.
He looked
Like,
like a different guy.
yeah,
He was
where was that
confident.
guy?
Yeah, and when we had him, he was like running out of bounds with the ball and trying
Fumbling.
Yes.
But then he's like, man, how much of that was on us?
Clearly, it's 100% on us. It's 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy to think that Matt LaFleur was on our coaching staff at one point. He was our offensive coordinator at one point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For a season.
Here and gone. Yeah.
Yeah. And we thought he sucked. We thought he sucked as an offensive coordinator. But guess what? It was us.
It was us.
Yeah, it was us.
It was us.
Dude, like we talked about last week, it's same, new personnel, same Titans. Every freaking year, we get our hopes up. Things are looking up.
I mean, it's bad.
Dude, it's very bad. We spin zone ourselves into Sundays we go into this deep depression of just hating our team.
You hate football.
You hate
football.
Yeah, exactly.
By 3:30 p.m. on Sunday.
Today was not fun to watch.
Football. Yeah.
Today was not fun to watch.
Yeah, because then you watch other teams and you're like, oh, this is what good football looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching this Falcons Chiefs game. I'm like, oh,
I know.
This is what having a good quarterback looks like.
Dude, and we play on Monday night next week.
Yeah.
Everybody gets to watch us.
Oh, God.
And we're playing the Dolphins, who I don't even know who the quarterback's going to be.
They stunk today.
Hey, you know who else stunk?
Yeah.
Lucky for them.
Brandon, give me your best spin on how we're going to beat the Dolphins on Monday night.
Let's hear this.
Well, because I think this is a big wake-up call for the team. I think everybody's ragging on Will Levis, and he's had some issues. He threw that pick six today. That wasn't pretty. But, there's a lot of other issues. The offensive line could have been a lot better. He's made some boneheaded mistakes, but he's getting crushed back there.
Mm-hmm.
Defense been playing awesome. We need some turnovers, though. So they start turning the ball over, get us in better field position. Playing against Skylar Thompson, I don't even know who he is. I don't even know where he went to college at. But I think we can handle him. Malik, whatever his name is, LaFleur, they knew us. They knew our systems better. This Skylar Thompson don't know us. So I think we go in here and take a win Monday night.
Oh, man.
Are you boys back? This is a tough one to spin.
This is a very tough one to spin.
Are we going to let a quarterback from Kansas State beat us? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, dude.
Honestly, right now, my mind is more on, I thought with Callahan coming in, we would look completely different. And the thing is, we don't. And so now it's like, I think I'm in the like, oh God, we hired the wrong guy. Our offensive line is still trash. Rand Carthan was not cooking. Like our roster stinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now it's like the state of the Titans is like, I don't know. I don't know if we need to be like imploded or something.
Dude,
I think it's the line. I think we get the line turned around. I am spinning back, boys. I'm coming back.
Because how much, when Will Levis had time, he looked decent. Like, he was making good throws. Like, receivers were making plays. DeAndre Hopkins was making plays today. But the line just wasn't doing any favors, dude. That one play where Nicholas Petit-Ferrer, where the guy just beat him on the inside and he fell to the ground on all fours.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dude, what are you doing?
Crucial third downs, and the line just let three dudes through. And you're like, you're never going to – that's not successful football. That's not how you do this.
We didn't run it well either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't run it well. I don't know, man. At this rate, I know we're just 0-3, but damn, it sure does feel like 0-10. Like, it feels like we're in the gutter bad.
It almost makes me feel like if we didn't have the terrible Bears loss, then it's like this. Then I wonder we could be 3-0 if we just don't collapse, and then this negativity tornado vortex just starts sucking the whole organization right back to where we belong.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We're closer to 500 than we think we are.
Hey, we're the closest to 500 for an 0-3 team ever.
Yeah.
What is one of the better 0-3 teams?
Yeah. What did Will Compton say about that Nebraska team a few years ago? The best 3-win team in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we're the best 0-win team in the NFL.
I'm looking at stats. Tony Pollard 6 rushing attempts. Tajik Spears, he's not 100%. He only got
Hopkins had
2
4
rushing
catches.
Two rushing. So not even under 10 rushing attempts. Like,
Yeah, you can't
no
win that
one's
way.
winning that way.
Well, and the
Yeah,
thing
so-
is, how many, Brendan? How many 3-and-outs did the Titans have? That's
I
the
don't know.
thing. It's like that, and that's the part. You're like, that to me is Titans football. 3-and-outs, 3-and-out punts, 3-and-out punts, no turnovers.
Run on first and second down.
Yes,
Going to third and long. Do like a
Bad
quick
offensive
screen
line.
pass. Yeah.
Quarterback scrambling for his life.
Yeah.
And we
They
punt.
just, man, and they just set Malik up like he was, because he was. I mean, he made a couple of good downfield throws, but I mean, most of those were like behind the line of scrimmage or little
Right.
like screens or quick outs, and then those receivers are awesome. I mean, the Packers are good. That's a good team.
Yeah.
With Jordan Love, I mean, that's probably a Super Bowl team. So we basically lost to a Super Bowl team today that we were in the fight with.
And we're
So-
a 500 team. Okay.
Yeah.
And you think about next week, we'll be going against two of the best receivers on the Dolphins.
Yeah,
So,
I think next week. I mean, I think most people are already like done. Oh, okay, this team stinks. But I think next week, if we lose to the Dolphins, then it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be
then
like,
it's over.
What are we like? What's the point of this? And like, I think Brandon or you or somebody was talking about the new stadium and they're trying to like sell tickets and stuff. And it's like, this is, you got rid of Derrick Henry. We don't really.
Money.
Will Levis doesn't seem like he's the guy. Why? Like, honestly, like I had a buddy. He went to the Titans game last week and he was like, I will never get those 4 hours back. And then today he texted me and he was like, well, good thing is I know my Sundays are clear through January.
Dude, Derek had a $150 today.
And 2 tutties. Yeah, dude.
He still got it? Is that what you're saying?
He still got it.
It looked good.
He still got it.
Good
God
for him.
damn. Yeah. Hey, man, good for him. You know, with our luck, the Dolphins are probably going to sign Ryan Tannehill during the week, and he's going to get in and beat us.
I don't think he'd go back there.
4 tutties.
Nah, Tannehill.
Dude, honestly,
Tannehill's
if I were
smarter than that.
Tannehill,
Yeah.
you've made over $100 million. I'd be like, dude,
Yeah, just call it.
I think it's done. Like, just
Yeah.
enjoy the health instead of going to like a shitty team and trying to pick
I
up
think-
a new offense and getting your ass
Mhm.
creamed.
I've read somewhere too, like, because a bunch of people, like, all these injuries are happening. Everyone's immediately saying Ryan Tannehill. But I think he was saying, like, unless it's somewhere where he's going to, like, start, like, what benefit to him is it to come play for Miami for 2 weeks if Tua's
Right.
going to come back? And then, like,
Right.
what if he sucks those 2 weeks or they don't
Yep.
do anything? And then it's like, well, now no one's going to sign him
Yeah.
or he's stuck being a backup. But I don't know. So, yeah, there's, like, no benefit to him to jump to sign for a team, especially a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Unless he
true.
wants to come be a game manager for us.
God, dude, that'd be so funny if we re-signed him. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, I know we kicked you to the curb, but we actually we didn't realize how good we had it.
Yeah.
You about got your ankle broke when you were
Yes.
here by our
I
offensive
mean, the
line,
last 2
but,
seasons we ended your season with injuries. But I mean, that's gonna be Will Levis, and dude, when we have that Mason Rudolph, when he's calling plays, it's gonna be even worse to watch. At least with Levis, there's like the potential of a deep pass to Traylon Burks, who's gonna drop it or it's gonna get intercepted.
Yeah, where's I never thought I'd say this. Where's NWI at? Why are we not? Let's run him. He always was making like
And
clutch
he would catch it.
catches.
He can catch the
Dude,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but it
sad.
is
He
funny.
was like our most consistent receiver the past like 2 years.
It is funny. We were adamant we were like, I don't understand why every single Brandon, how many texts did we send each other with screenshots of like nasty articles about the Titans? And it's like we were like adamant that we were going to be
The
fantastic.
media was right.
Yeah, and it's literally like you're like, wait, I've been driving like this like beat up Ford Pinto. That's what happened?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, like I talked about last week, man, we were blinded. We were blinded
I'm
by
still
our team.
spinning it. I'm still spinning it.
Brandon's still blinded.
You're not doing good, Brandon.
Yeah.
Man, if we go in this bye week 0-4, I'm gonna.
I mean,
I got my work cut out for me.
it just dude, it kills the season, and you're like, oh, so I don't get to enjoy football at all this year. We had a quarter, 2 quarters of week 1, and
Like,
then
we're
it's
not
been
even
That much, yeah.
Yeah. Like we're not even competitive, dude. Like I know
know.
the first 2 games like we blew, but like even those the second half weren't close. Like if you
Yeah,
were
that's
just
the
looking at
thing.
watching the second half, like we were dog shit.
yes,
Yeah.
and we get
And-
worse, and we get worse by like the 3rd and 4th quarter. So that's where it's like, especially that's when you're already depressed, and you're like, I could be doing so many things right now than this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, boys.
Mhm.
It's sad. And it's Yeah, I don't know, Brandon. Good luck spin zoning this for the rest of the year because
I'll work on it.
Dude, I think
Yeah.
we should do a new segment, but from Mamacitas, Brandon's spin zone for the Titans.
I'm gonna be dizzy.
yeah, you're gonna be spinning a lot.
Just Brandon spinning and throwing up.
Yeah.
He hates rides.
I already don't like rides. This is not going to be a good one.
Brett, please don't make me spin this anymore.
Yeah, do the drive. I mean,
Relocate the team.
I don't even know what the fix is at this point. Like, I don't even know where the blame goes. I don't know who.
hey man, offensive line. We firm up this
I mean-
offensive line. We're gonna be all right, Nish.
I think Anish, we need to draft a it's real simple. Just draft like a Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes type quarterback, and then we'll win a Super Bowl. That's all we have to do.
That's all we gotta do. It's that
It's
easy.
the only thing holding us back for the past 30 years.
I'll pass that along to Miss Amy. Tweeter.
I know, because all the jokes were like, "Who's Amy going to fire now?" And you're like, "This is."
Oh,
I don't
we are the laughing stock of Twitter.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like the whole every single football account is tweeting nasty things about the Titans and
nasty.
Will Levis.
They're being very nasty.
Dude, on the Fox post-game show, Howie Long was talking about how awesome it is that Malik was able to go back against the team that didn't want him and threw him away. And I'm like, I know, we know this, but he was not. He
To be
wasn't
fair,
good though.
Yeah, to be fair, we didn't throw him away. We gave him so many chances, and he just shit the bed every time we gave him a chance. So yeah, that's probably on coaching and development, but shit, man, what do you want? He didn't work out for us. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it. Just stop for real. I'm sick of what's Nick Saban. So stop asking because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Eric, I don't know if you were out of Disney on Ice yet. There was a time Levis took a sack on 3rd down, and the announcers were literally like he didn't make a bad play. That's a good play. He took the sack, and it was like that's where we are. They're praising that he just got smashed.
Was that pre-pick six?
No, the pick six was pretty early in the game.
Okay. It's like he still cost us. He's leading the league in turnovers, total turnovers.
Yeah,
He's got like 7 or something like that, dude.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
like
lot.
four interceptions, 3 fumbles. That's awesome, dude. That's so fun.
Hey, we're leading.
Let's talk
leading
about something
something.
else. Let's
That's
talk about
good.
something
That's good
else.
football.
All right, let's. I think that's enough Titans talk. Enough somber mood in the podcast. Again, we have to stop talking about the Titans after this because every podcast just starts out so depressing because we started off talking about the Titans. But all right, let's move on.
The football's weird this year, though. I mean, like, did you see today? Like, Andy Dalton came back. He's like the first person to throw over 300 yards, or something.
It's been
for
not
the season.
good football.
So, like
It's
Sam
been a lot of
Darnold's,
injuries. Yeah.
Sam
So
Darnold's going off.
And Baker Mayfield's like torching or cooking. So you know what's crazy too is what it leads into fantasy football, but legitimately every big star is like hurt.
It's a lot of big ones.
Yes,
A lot of big
a lot
ones.
of the big names, which is also funny because I can't even check my fantasy team right now. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, Eric
think you were
updated
doing
his
good.
phone. Yeah, Eric updated his phone, and it forced him to update his fantasy app. And he
Yep.
already had login issues
I was-
from the
yep.
computer as is.
Yep,
And now he can't get in at all. So this
Yep.
might be Eric's retirement tour.
I don't know
for
what to
fantasy.
do. To be honest, I don't know what to do, Anish.
You know what you should do next year? This year you might just have to write it out or try to figure out to get in. I don't know. Contact Yahoo support. I don't know. But next year you should just log in with Katie's
Hey, can I talk to Mr. Yahoo?
Yeah, Mr. Yahoo.
Let's start there. Google that.
I need
Yeah.
account help.
Yeah, next year you just got to log in with Katie's account. I think.
I know.
So
But
way
this,
to go.
this is running from 2005.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
I don't know what to tell
this-
you. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm done. Maybe this is my out.
You're never out, Eric.
You're never out. We'll keep
find a
you
way-
in.
we'll find a way
We'll
to
keep
get
you
you
in
in.
as a bye week.
Yeah.
We'll auto draft.
Yeah, you're gonna be auto renewed every year, and you're
Eric's
gonna be
dead
auto
corpse
draft. Yeah,
is my team
exactly. exactly.
Yeah,
Official-
because you auto renew the league, so he'll just be in it and he'll just
he'll just
auto
be in.
draft. He'll probably have an awesome team.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe I'll win again.
You'll be like winning.
Yeah, that with Eric's luck, that'll probably happen. All right, let's move on now. Any other tidbits from the NFL? I know we want to talk a little bit about college football as well, but let's make sure we hit all the NFL stuff before.
No, I just hate football right now. To be honest, Anish.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. One good thing going for us though, the Tennessee Volunteers, baby. They're looking,
They're looking
like
good.
They're looking like a wagon.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, they look good. And I know the score against Oklahoma, they only won by 10, but that game was never
It was
in
dominant.
question. It was never
dominant.
in question.
I think it was
Yeah.
more Heupel not wanting to like
Run it up.
murder his team,
Yeah.
like showboat against his team. But
Yeah.
when it get kind of flat-footed, and that
Well,
that quarterback that came in was actually decent and could run and scramble around. So
Yeah. Well,
But-
someone was saying, because remember that one injury where the guy got carted off and it was like a stoppage of play for like an hour almost?
yeah,
I think someone noted that like it was speculation, but they were basically like Heupel probably saw that and was like, "There's no need to."
Yeah.
Like apparently the field conditions were not great, so
no, dude, everybody was slipping everywhere.
yeah. So he's probably like, "There's no need to run crazy plays and try to get somebody hurt for no reason."
Yeah.
So he was like, "Let's just keep it simple. We already got the game in hand, and just go from there." But
They did slow down big time in the third and fourth quarter though. The Vols.
yeah, they did. But even with that, it just never felt. I never felt in trouble. Like even
No.
when
Dude, that
even when
defense is
Oklahoma
so
was coming
good.
back,
The defense
Dude.
is so good.
this team is awesome. Like this Tennessee
Nico's a
team,
stud.
dude.
Maybe the Titans will draft him one year.
Hey, we got him at UT for 2 years, so maybe 2 years from now we can draft him.
I think just go back to the Titans. I think we're the worst team, so it's like
Yeah.
we're gonna have our pick a quarterback this year.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The Panthers keep paying Andy the Red Rifle, and
Yeah.
they're going to be stacking wins. They got a tough Titans. The Volunteers, they have a tough schedule though. Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas is going to be going to be tough too. I think
Yeah, Arkansas will be tough. Dude,
Georgia and Alabama.
Vandy somehow will be looking competitive this year, but I don't think by the end of the year I think they'll be fine.
Anchor's up on them. They're
Yeah,
They pulled anchor and ran.
pull the anchor.
they
They're
sailed
out
off.
of here.
Yeah, they're sailed off.
Yeah.
Florida looks like dog shit.
Yeah, no
Oh yeah.
dub.
Yeah, dude, you think we have a brutal schedule, dude?
Lock it in.
Lock it.
Dude,
Pull it up. Pull
pull it
it
up.
up.
Brandon, listen, bro. I know what I'm talking about.
Brandon's gonna just dub after dub after dub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick. We're just gonna have a fun little exercise here because why not, right?
What for the Vols?
Okay.
What
so
are
we have-
what are the losable games?
Yeah, so we have a bye week next week. All right, so here we go. We're just going down the line. Arkansas.
I'm gonna say win. If
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
Win.
be
I think it's
serious
gonna be.
team,
I think they're gonna be
Yeah.
frisky, but it's a win.
Yeah. Florida. I think that's a dub.
win.
Yeah.
Dub.
Then we have Alabama at Tennessee.
Dude, I could see Alabama taking care of business.
It could go either way. I'm saying dub
Yeah.
just because it's at home.
Yeah, just because it's at home. I'm gonna see that.
What was the
see that
last
as a dub.
Tennessee Alabama game?
At home? We beat
At
At
them.
home?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we beat them.
I would like to see. I wish we could have this conversation after next week, after Georgia Alabama plays.
Yeah, because Georgia looked bad last week, and Alabama's looking strong as always. So
Dude,
we'll see
Georgia
how that
looked
game goes.
terrible against Kentucky.
Dude, and Georgia has a tough schedule. They got Texas, they got Alabama, they got us.
Uh huh.
They got a tough schedule. Then we got Kentucky at Tennessee.
Frisky,
it's
but a
yeah.
win.
Yeah, frisky, but we never lose to Kentucky.
I think
dude.
in the dude, I don't know. I think in the
No matter how
past
good they
anything's
are.
possible.
Yeah. I don't
Honestly-
know, but no matter how good Kentucky is, like we always have their number. Book it. Mississippi State, they're complete dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dub. Then we got at Georgia.
That's their potential L.
Yeah.
I think that's an L.
That'd be a good victory, though.
That'd be a great victory. I
When's
think
the
if
last
we
time
win
they
that,
beat Georgia?
I don't know.
Years.
No, the
right?
Josh Dobbs Hail
I was
Mary.
going to say the Hail
Yeah.
Mary
Oh, yeah.
to Jawan
Yeah.
Jennings,
Jawan
who
Jennings
also went off today.
Yeah, went off in fantasy. Yeah,
Josh Dobbs, who's out of the league.
yeah. And then we got UTEP. That's a dub. And then we got at Vandy to end the season. That's a
Yeah.
dub.
Sinking
So-
the ship.
So
Dude.
maybe Georgia, Alabama, maybe the two losses.
But even then, if those are two losses in the top 5 teams. Like they're going to
Yeah.
be 2 top 5 teams when we play them.
Yep.
So I'll take that. I think playoffs are an easily reasonable
Lock it in.
expectation for Tennessee Volunteers.
Lock it
I'm
in.
gonna I have no problem locking that one in. I'll spin zone the Vols till I die.
Good. I can't
And
carry
listen,
all this water.
Yeah, and listen, yeah. By the time,
Yeah, and it's you have the Vols, Brandon, you have the Titans, and I'll
You got the
spin zone
Preds.
the Preds forever.
Yes.
yeah, exactly. We got all the spin
Brandon-
zones covered here for Tennessee sports losers. Dude, speaking of you're pointing that, I saw that. Reminded me of the Tech flag I have behind me. I saw a Tennessee Tech commercial during the Titans game today.
That's pretty funny and ish.
Yeah,
Wings
that's
up.
hilarious, isn't it? I was like, damn, dude. Tech got
Hey, they
that
got a
money.
win. They got a win yesterday against TSU.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Okay. I didn't hear a bunch of applause. Okay.
Listen, we went to school there, but let's be honest, our team is the Volunteers.
No, Brandon, you said the highlight in the rubble. The rubble.
Yeah,
of
they're
the
tearing
stadium.
down they're tearing down the home side. They're tearing it down.
That's
right
hilarious. You're like, I get
That's
it.
funny.
I get that you're doing it, but it's the optics are just going to be hilarious.
I did see some pictures. Like it does look kind of cool seeing pictures because so they still have the visitor stands, but so the home fans and visiting fans are all on one side, so it almost looks like a full stadium. Like cause it's everyone's on one side, so it did look
There's
kind of
hundreds
cool.
of people mingling.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, yeah. So that's college football talk. Any other tidbits from football before we move on? Whether it be college, NFL, anybody who looked good, anybody who looked bad this past weekend to you guys?
Miami, college.
They look good.
Texas is great. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, Texas looks really good.
I'm going to try not watch another Michigan football game this year.
It's awful.
It's awful.
It's so
It's
bad,
awful.
dude.
USC should be embarrassed.
Yeah, they had that game and they blew it. I don't know how you let a team win with just 32 passing yards. Is that what you
I
said,
know.
Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they had
Yeah,
like 300 rushing yards, so it was a problem.
They ran
Just
like crazy.
wild.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
tackle.
wild. Dude, did you see the Colorado end of the game?
I saw that
against,
Hail Mary.
Baylor?
That was wild.
So they did 2 Hail Marys back to back. The first one, the guy dropped on like the 2-yard line. He had it in his hand, he dropped it, and then ran another Hail Mary and caught it the
He
second
caught it.
time.
That's crazy.
It's wild. Yeah. Good games. College is at least exciting. At least we got that going for us.
Yeah.
Makes you feel something.
Yeah. NFL is just like this is the biggest
Been a weird
difference-
year.
Yeah, this is the difference between NFL and college. Like with college, even when the Vols are bad, like it never takes the enjoyment away from watching other games for me. Just because college is like transfer portal. There's so many things that can happen. These are just kids. Like they're not seasoned vets.
They're just kids.
They're just kids,
kids
man.
out
They're
there.
just
They're
kids.
millionaire kids. That's all
Yeah,
they are.
yeah, exactly. And then you watch the NFL, and it's just like, my team's doomed, man. We're never going anywhere.
Well,
Like,
yeah, and we have very, very, very small samples of success.
yeah,
And so that makes it even harder too, where you're like, man, the highs of this it's because I was 12, 13 when the team was here,
mm-hmm.
and it made me fall in love with them.
And they went to the freaking Super Bowl the first year as the
Mhm.
Tennessee Titans, like the official name of the Titans. They went to the freaking Super Bowl the first year to build our hopes up.
Yeah.
Always comes back to the Titans.
Been chasing that
Always.
high ever since.
Chasing it ever since, Eric. Just like with the Predators, with the Stanley Cup appearance in 2017. We're gonna be chasing that
Listen,
high
I
forever.
can
This is
only
getting
handle so
dark.
much sad
This
talk.
is getting dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's get-
boy.
Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's spin zone ourselves out of this conversation.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Let's go and move on to the draft of this week in perfect coordination with the topic that we've been talking about, with the Titans meltdown, with just the end of our football, happiness for this season. Our draft this week, we're going to be drafting the worst places your kid could have a meltdown. So we're going to do 3 rounds, I think. Three
Yeah.
three
that's fine.
sounds good, right? So it's going to
Yep.
be me first, Eric second, Brandon third.
I haven't been. When's the last time I was first?
Me
You're
too.
gonna-
Are these random
This-
draws?
I don't hear any complaining until I'm first.
I feel like you're first. I feel like you're first every single time.
No, never.
Okay.
You're first next draft, Eric. The next draft,
Okay.
you got first pick.
Okay.
Just do rotating order, man.
Okay.
Don't blame me. Blame the
He
blame the
rotates
draft
me and
order.
Eric. He rotates me and Eric.
Yeah. He spins us from second and third to third and second.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the first pick.
I'm about to have a meltdown.
Yeah,
I'm just shit myself.
yeah. All right, so there's a lot of good options on the board here.
I'm going
A
all
lot of-
personal.
Yeah,
I'm going
this is
personal.
yeah.
Do it.
So for me, yeah, this is gonna be all personal. It's gonna be all left up to interpretation. But for me, I think one of the worst places your kid or any kid could have a meltdown, just because of the confinement, is on an airplane. You're in the air.
Oof.
You're stuck for hours
Yeah.
on a flight. There's no getting away from it. You just kind of have to ride it out, man. You just have to ride it out.
There's nothing you can do.
You've pissed off at least the 40 people sitting around you.
Yeah, dude. So Eric, when we went to Disney a few years ago in Florida, the flight from Chicago to Orlando is all kids because the only reason people go
Yes.
to Orlando is mostly
Yes.
for Disney, right?
Yes.
So tons of kids. Luckily, Zoya slept through the whole flight, so that was fine. But the amount of kids that were having meltdowns on the plane, just screaming and yelling,
Yeah.
and the amount of parents walking up and down the aisle, just trying to calm things down. At that point, it's just like, I mean, what are you gonna do, man? You gotta do what you gotta do, and that's all you can do.
It's
Everybody's
brutal.
pissed off, and you just gotta ride with it, man. You
And
gotta
there's
accept it at
nothing-
that point.
And like you said, there's nothing you can do.
Nothing to do. Nowhere you can
Yeah.
go.
No.
I think at this point now that and maybe it's more so like, you know, when you're younger and you're on a plane, oh my God, there's a kid on this plane. But now it's like being a dad, if like going somewhere for work, you see it happening, you're just like, you just like feel for them, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like,
it's like 50%. Oh, thank God it's not me. And the other 50% is like, dude, that sucks for you.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And yeah, it's not like even you're mad at them because you could
get
easily
it.
be in that same situation. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. That's
Yep.
why when we fly, we always try to have like just copious amounts of activities, things to do to keep Zoe entertained. Because if she's not entertained or she's not sleeping, it's probably gonna be game over for us too. So
Yeah.
luckily, knock on wood, we haven't had that issue so far. So all right, Eric.
Good pick.
Yeah,
Good
that's a
thank
good
you.
one. That's
Yeah.
dude. That makes me cringe. Just like, oh man, on an airplane,
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
That's the Rorschach from The Watchmen. He's like,
Mhm.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good
That's what
reference.
your
Eric.
kids
That was
saying
good.
to everybody else. Okay, so my first pick, I'm going with because this is all personal because these were fantastic to experience in person. Barnes and Noble with my two girls.
Mm.
It was it's first off, it's quiet. It's a quiet store. It's a bookstore, so people are reading or you'd be very quiet. We went in there just to get it was like a gift for a friend, and then just we were like, hey, we'll let the girls pick out a book. But Barnes and Noble has a toy section. And then it turned into, I don't want a book, I want a toy. To Hadley was walking around, she had a full Barbie set thing, and we were like, no, she was carrying it. And it got to the point where Katie had, so we had to buy things, but it was getting to the point where it was like, okay, no toys, put them down. So legitimately, Katie had Hadley over her shoulder and Ophelia by the hand, and both girls were screaming bloody murder in Barnes and Noble. Like everybody was like turning and looking, and Katie was like, I'm just gonna take him to the car, you buy the books and we'll meet you in the car.
Yeah.
It
Dude, that's a
was
good
one of
one.
those, like, it's one of those,
That's
you get in
the
the
worst.
car and you're like, we're having a family meeting right now. We're breaking down what just happened.
We're going to review the tape.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like
You
it
know?
how you went specific with that with the store, because you have to take Barnes and Nobles into consideration because, like you said, the type of store it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where
it's a
everybody's
bookstore.
quiet.
It's any noise and you
Yeah.
can hear it. So two
Mhm.
screaming, like, legitimately like foaming at the mouth, cornered raccoons. That's the
Yeah.
way they were acting.
Yeah, that's a good one, Eric. Good pick.
Mm.
All right, Brandon, you got back to back.
Back to back. I'm liking these two picks. These are two that I was hoping to get with my last pick. My first one, these are interchangeable, but my first one will be they're in the middle of a long car ride.
Mm. Mm.
Maybe you're traveling somewhere. Kids scream. Because similar to the plane, at least with the car, you can pull over and try
And
to
it's just you. It's
try to
just you
recap.
guys.
yeah, but try to help it out. But still, you got somewhere to be, and there's only one way to get there. They don't want to be in the car seat. Like that's usually the majority of it is they're strapped in the car seat and they don't want to be there.
Mhm.
But I'll say one perk of it, and I know there's not many, but we were coming. This is
Spin
Lily's a
zone.
little. I'm gonna spin it. You know what I'd like to do? I'm gonna spin doctors. We were coming up from my parents. Is when we lived at our other house. Savannah wasn't even born yet. Lily was a baby, but my parents, maybe like a 40-minute drive, and it was late at night. We're trying to get home, and Lily is like screaming in the car, like bloody murder. Like one's out of the car. We're like 10, 15 minutes from the house, and I'm just speeding down the road. And I get to the point where I'm very close to the house. I mean, literally, I can see the road I need to turn on, and boop, boop, the police lights. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
No.
And it's late at night. I mean, it's dark out. So he pulls us over. Lily's still screaming. I'm like, she better keep screaming. Like,
Yeah,
I want
keep
him to
going,
hear
keep it.
this.
You're
I was
trying
like-
to pinch her thigh.
I was like, we'll do something. Something
Yeah.
like, I swear if she stops right now. And literally, he's walking up to the car and I'm rolling down the window. And before he starts to say, like, like the license, and he goes,
Yeah.
oh, like he was like taken aback at like
Yeah.
how bad it was in the car. And I was like, dude, I just have to, I pointed, I was like, I have to turn on that road right there and I'm home. And he was like, just go. Like,
Dude, that's
he's-
awesome.
Oh, he immediately was like, "Oh wow, you're having a
Yeah.
rough night." So it did get us out of a ticket once, but
That's
the only reason I was
hilarious.
speeding because we were trying to get home. But yeah, that was an awful time.
So Brandon,
Yeah.
that's a good pick. I have two memories with each one for each of your kids.
Yeah.
On a car ride. One of them was Lily. We were going to
Atlanta.
Annie.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we were
That
going
was
to
a
Atlanta
tough
for
ride.
Annie and TJ's wedding, and she screamed from Chattanooga to Atlanta. Like she didn't stop.
Jesus.
Yeah,
and
she did
we-
not like being in the car.
And the hotel was in Atlanta, like downtown Atlanta.
Oh.
So we had to go into the city, traffic, and she was just legitimately screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
Like, and there was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah. Eric
Yeah,
was
we-
tracked with us.
I was trying. Katie had already gone down. The whole time I was like, why didn't I go with Katie?
Yeah. Those are the worst because it's like we've been in situations where we're on a road trip and like we're probably like 30 minutes from our destination, and then all of a sudden Zoya just goes ape shit, and it's like, all right, what do we do? Do we ride it out for the last 30 minutes or
We don't pull over.
Yeah, so we pulled over once when it first happened, and we were pulled over for an hour, and I'm like, we're not doing this again.
We're just
gonna
a waste
power
of
Then you
time.
lost time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we
it's a waste
lost-
of time.
So
Yeah.
now we just powered through, especially when we're within an hour. We're like, we're just powering
Mhm.
through, dude. I'm not stopping. So yeah,
Well, and I was gonna say, and my second Boyd car ride story is Anish. We were on our way up to see
Going
you.
to see
we,
you.
We were caravanning the Bignesses and the Boyds to go see the Patels, and we were in Ohio somewhere. Remember the windmills? I just remember the solar.
Yeah,
windmills.
that's all I
Indiana,
remember.
Indiana. Yep.
Is that Indiana?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Savannah. I think she screamed so much she threw up on herself.
Yep.
So we had to
We
stop.
had to stop at a gas
Mhm.
station, and yeah, there was literally just windmills, like middle of
Yes,
nowhere.
But we were
Yeah.
there for like an hour.
Mhm.
Same
Trying to
as that
clean up.
Anish. It's that story of like you're there and there was nothing to do except Courtney was trying to do the stuff to get Savannah all good to go. And I just remember having Ophelia was little. I think she was pregnant with Hadley and just staring at windmills in a field. In
Actually,
Ohio, but maybe it was Indiana.
Yeah.
So you see why that one would be my number one pick.
Yeah.
I got some.
Yeah.
Close
Eric's like, you
experience.
guys, Eric's like, you guys got this handle, right? We're just gonna go in and get back on the road.
Yeah, I know how to get to Chicago.
Yeah.
Did he? He was going through. He thought he was in Ohio.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
True.
Oh man.
All right, Brandon. What's your second pick? Back to back.
Second pick. I don't think I really have a specific instance for this, just because it's happened multiple times. But especially when they're little, you're at a restaurant. And I think that's like one of the worst ones. You're trying to sit down to eat. Maybe like the food's just gotten there. Baby's crying. Doesn't like what it always seems like you order like off the kids' meal. You think it'd be pretty straightforward, or they bring the macaroni that's got too much pepper in it, or something,
Yes.
or they've
Fancy.
tried to
fancy
garnish
mac and
it,
cheese.
and there's
Or
like
the-
a
the
green
breadcrumbs.
speck. Yeah, and
The breadcrumbs.
it's over. I'm not eating this. Like crying.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're upset. Maybe
Or they
there's,
start
there's a
getting
million
fidgety.
things.
They start
Yeah.
getting fidgety. Then they want to stand up. They want to turn around, and now they're bothering people
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah, it makes it not fun. When they're little, it makes it not fun to go to the
Mhm.
restaurant.
Yeah.
So yeah, restaurant's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Brandon. Dude, that was gonna be my pick if it got back to me, because one time we were at a restaurant when Zoe was younger. I think she was like a year and a half, maybe two. But she just had a complete meltdown in the restaurant, and like we had just gotten our food when it started happening, and it got to the point where like literally like me and Priya had to eat separately. Like I had to take Zoe outside and like wait with her while Priya ate by herself in the restaurant, and then we flipped spots. It was miserable. That was like the last time, and then we're like, now every time we go to eat out, we're like, I mean, Zoe's much older now, so it doesn't happen. But like for a while there, we were like, we're not going to eat out with Zoe.
And
at a
we still
restaurant.
don't eat out.
Yeah.
We still
See?
don't go and eat out anymore.
See, exactly.
Can't do it.
Yeah. All right, Eric, second pick.
My second one, I have 5 written down, so I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to go with. I'll go with one just because it was one of Ophelia's first big gigantic meltdowns, and we were in a Target checking out. We were checking out, and she was already kind of a terror throughout the store. You know, nothing was really making her happy, and then she wanted a toy. I think it was either a toy or candy. And then once it was literally like a no, you're not getting that. Same thing. We only had her at the time. She was screaming. I was the guy who was literally like carrying her out as she was like flailing and screaming. And I was like, I'm going to the car. But she was like, it's the shut the store down. Everyone turn and look at you. So you're in Target. It's busy. Everyone's already annoyed with the checkout lines. And then you got your kid screaming. And you're like, I'm just going to go to the car. And she screamed through the whole entire parking lot, screamed in her car seat. I just sat there.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Good
Eric.
times.
That's a good one.
times.
Yeah. The meltdowns at Targets are always memorable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got my two last ones here. So I had a question. So I know you said Target. Are we
Just Target.
throwing the
Target.
flag on grocery store?
Nope. You can do whatever you want to do.
No, I had
Okay.
that written down.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the grocery store. So similar to Eric's Target story, except this time just with snacks and food and just candy. You're going down the aisles, and every aisle you go down, you got to say no to something. You just have to say no to something. She's always trying to find something to pick out of every aisle. Like we're going down the freaking like oil and spices aisle, and she's trying to pick something. Like, what are you doing, dude? In every aisle, and then every time you say no, just the anger level gets a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, and then finally you have a complete meltdown. We get to like the frozen section, and you buy the ice cream, and you say no to the ice cream, and then that's it. That's the end all be all, and then it's just a complete screaming in the grocery store. Everybody's looking at you. You're already almost at the end of the line, and you're just like, all right, one of us goes back to the car with her, and we just check out. And yeah, another thing, like just like going out to eat, maybe grocery shopping, we don't go with the kids.
Yes, yeah, we still don't. Or if we do, it's one of the kids.
Yeah. So that's my second pick, and then my last pick, because we're only doing 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
All right. So last pick, I'm gonna go with this is kind of just personal experience. I'm gonna go with at a wedding. So like you're at a wedding nowadays,
Like the service.
yeah,
the-
like the
the
actual
wedding,
wedding
yeah.
part, not the reception part, like the actual wedding part.
Mhm.
So you know, and you guys have been to my wedding, so you know the actual wedding part of it is very long. It's not a short 15, 20 minute
Yes. Yeah,
service. It's a 2-hour ceremony. So
You're in
it. You're in it, and like, and it's people are talking and whispering, and it's kind of there's some noise, but for the most part, it's relatively quiet. But dude, when they have a meltdown there, and when I say everybody, I mean like everybody's looking at you. Even like the bride and groom kind of do just a quick little glance, like, hey, what's going on over there? It's embarrassing. And
You're
it's not
affecting the memory.
exactly. Exactly.
You're part of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're lucky enough, you might be in the video footage of it. But but yeah, that's got to be the worst, from just how you feel about ruining the moment, but also just like all eyes are on you, and like there's no hiding a baby's cry or a kid's cry. Like it's pretty potent. Like you know where it's coming from. It's not like you're looking around a million directions, so you know exactly.
Yeah.
They're looking exactly right at you. So lately, though, we've been getting invited to weddings that are no kids allowed. So that's been great. Those are much more fun.
The increase in no kids allowed weddings is it's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's nice from our perspective because it's like, oh, we get to actually enjoy the wedding. You know what I mean?
Ours is, we're not going to the wedding.
Yeah, I was gonna say that gives me an easy out. That's an easy out, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Anytime,
oh
there's been a few that have been no kids. You're like, wow, okay, well, then we'll send you a gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is the last 2 no kids ones have been family weddings for me, so we still have to go.
Hey, I would still be
Like,
out.
yeah.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? I'm out.
I'm
You're
pretty
like,
good
I
at
have
saying
kids.
this.
Also,
Yeah.
kids live in this world. Sorry
Yeah.
that you don't want them at your wedding. All you people that do no kids at your weddings, just know people call you assholes behind your back.
Get them, Eric.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
That's gonna be the clip of the week.
Those are people that do not have kids, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't want kids messing with the thing." And you're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah, it's a tough
special day.
situation. Yeah. I mean, hey, whatever. It makes it, like I said, it's more fun without kids at a wedding anyways, especially if it's like a good friend's wedding or like a close family member's wedding. But at that point, if it's like a good friend or a close family member, the kids are probably going to be there regardless. So
So are you saying I just called either close friends and close family that they're assholes? Anish, is that what it is?
You did.
maybe. I don't know. We're going to say yes for the purpose of the pod.
Can't spin that one.
Can't spin that one.
Well, I stand by it too.
Yeah. All right, Eric. That's a perfect transition to your last pick.
So my last pick, I have a specific event in mind, but so we'll just say like a concert / like show. Not,
Yeah.
So we had gotten to go over to England and Scotland when Ophelia was like 2 years old, and we went to this thing. It's called a military tattoo show for Scotland and England, and they do it's like bagpipe. It's a really big show in front of this castle, and it's like an it's like a stadium that they built for it, and but it starts at like dusk when the sun starts going down. So she was 2 years old, and not a great idea. And about halfway, we had brought chocolate to try to keep her entertained and little things. But about halfway through, she was like done. But it's not easy to maneuver. There's nowhere to go, and people are there to really enjoy the show. And she was like, Katie was trying to like, bear hold her, keep her still, and it was touch and go there for about 30 minutes, and then she finally crashed. But being stuck there stunk.
Yeah, I had a like show / performance like on like stuff like that where you're like sitting down watching something. We do go to all the dance competitions. There's always someone with like a kid out there, and they're like trying to shuffle through the aisle with the baby crying.
And
they're trying to get
not
to
ideal.
Yeah, and it's like you want to watch, but you also like got your kid. You're trying to like not interrupt. You're trying to get back to the back corner, and there's usually like a slew of moms like in the back corner, like with strollers, like trying to push them to sleep and stuff. And you always feel for them because you've all been there.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
right,
and you're like, and to everybody it's the same thing as a plane. Everyone's annoyed, and you're like, trust me, I know you're annoyed, and I'm feeling every bit of that pressure and anxiety right now.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. All right.
Last pick. There's actually still a handful on my list here, but this one is more specific. I don't have, not that I can think of it, a specific instance where this happened, but I witnessed it happen. This literally like in the last week. So Haley's been going to see a physical therapist, but so we were at the PT's doctor, and me and her were in the waiting room, and there was a lady with a young kid in the waiting room, and I don't know, maybe 2, 3, and he was just not having it. It was not time to be sitting in the waiting room, and the 4 of us were the only people in there, and I felt so bad for this lady because that kid was just into everything, like falling. He's trying to get up, he's trying to open the door, and like someone else is trying to come in. He's about to get hit with the door, and then she's picking him up. He's crying. He's like literally falling out of the seat, like screaming. And the whole time I'm just like, I feel for this lady, but at the same time I'm like, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm like, the kid is driving me nuts. But at the same time, I felt, because what do? You're sitting there waiting. There's nothing.
You have to be there.
Yeah, you have to be there. And she was doing everything she could, but I felt so bad for her. But at the same time, I was like, God, I'm so ready. I was like, call our name, like get us out of this waiting room. But man, that kid was not having a good afternoon. But so literally when you said we wanted to do this draft, that was like the first thing I thought of. I was like, I just watched a kid have a meltdown in close quarters.
It's a tale as old as time. A kid not happy with rules, quiet, confinement.
Yeah.
Yep. Good draft, boys, as always. Yep. I feel like most of the stuff I had pretty much got taken off the board. Was there anything that you guys had that we didn't mention?
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
The zoo. We've been at the zoo before and having a screaming kid near animals and just a million people. And then at Animal Kingdom. I think I told that story last week.
Yeah, you did.
About Ophelia. So yeah, when everyone's having a fantastic day and you're having a terrible day.
I don't agree with it, but if you're at a movie,
that's
like,
what
that's a bad place.
That's
don't bring it. Yeah, I mean it's
baby.
Tough. It's
you got to bring him at some point.
Yeah, not a baby,
but don't bring a baby to a movie. And then the beach, like especially taking like a young kid down, like all the effort that goes into going down to the beach, and then they have like a meltdown. Or
you get 6 minutes.
Like I just drug all this crap down here.
Yep.
Yeah. Anywhere where you're not close to transportation out of the meltdown, that's a bad place to have a meltdown.
Yeah.
Beach is one of those because you parked far away, you walked all the way down to the beach, like you said, you're carrying all that shit with you. And it's like, as soon as you sit down, it happens.
Dude, we have beautiful pictures of us at Loch Ness in Inverness in Scotland. And that day, Ophelia had a meltdown on the boat ferry ride that we took. And she had a meltdown this ancient castle. And there's literally a cute photo of her with her hands behind her back. But it's because in that moment, she refused to hold Katie's hand. And then she tumbled 2 seconds later, which led to like a screaming, scream fest. And you're just like, yeah, everyone's trying to have a beautiful time here. And we are the loud Americans messing it up.
Nice. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, museum. Yeah. Hey, you're like museums, restaurants, grocery stores, theme parks.
Yeah. Pretty much anywhere in public.
Libraries. Yeah.
Turns out meltdowns are never good anywhere.
Yeah.
Moral of the draft.
During one time, or like during a big sporting event that you care about, and your kid's having a meltdown, also stinks.
Dude. Yeah, that's the worst. Like when the Titans are playing in the playoffs a few years ago.
No, I was thinking when Ophelia was born, when she was still little, but it was the year the Predators were the president after the Stanley Cup final loss. We were the President's winners, and we were playing the Jets in the second round. And I remember like one night being solo with Ophelia, and she was just having a rough night. And you're like, the Predators are blowing it to the Jets. You got to try. Real life is happening, but you're like, this is also real life.
Yeah. It's real to me.
Yeah, it's still real to me. Damn it.
That's a good one. All right, boys. I think that wraps up this week's episode. Anything we missed out? Didn't touch on?
Have a great week, boys.
Yeah. Dang, Eric. Damn. Okay, chill.
All right, good seeing you too.
Yeah, for real.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Till next week. We'll see you guys then.
Yeah, see you guys.
Peace.
Bye, guys.